What's going on YouTube? It's your boy RTY here, and today I'm here to bring you guys another YouTube video. And in today's video, we're going to be playing some Zoro, aka Zoro, here in OP08. I'm super excited to play this deck in today's video because when I first started playing One Piece, my first deck I ever bought and built was Zoro in like end of OP03, beginning of OP04, and then the deck got hit in OP4.5, you know, where the Whitebeard bans happened, and Zoro also got hit because of like the Nami and the Don ban. So I never really got to play this deck much, but I'm excited to come back to it. I've been bringing it to locals, doing pretty it's been doing pretty well at locals as well. So yeah, I'm super excited to bring this this deck profile to you, and without further ado, let's get into it. Real quick before we get into today's video, make sure you guys check out duelingguard.com/RTY5, where you guys can order their new Gauntlet TCG bag. For $99 you get the bag. You also get the Saber Mat Sling, which is your playmat tube holder, and then you also get an additional free mystery playmat. So again, check out duelingguard.com using code RTY5 at checkout, or going directly to duelingguard.com/RTY5. See you guys in the video. All right, cool. So here's the deck list that I'm running for today's video. I got this build basically based off of Noel from Twitter, and then slightly changed it a little bit to what I felt the needs were. So Ford Kid Killer card's just insane. It's a red card, pretty much just belongs in every red deck in my opinion. Super strong. And since we're running the Tony Chopper package, you obviously have 4 of the new OP08 Chopper, you have the 4 of the EB01 Chopper, and then all of the support for that, which would be like the Hiking Bear, the Robson, the OP04 Tony Chopper as well, and the Kureha, which is the animal searcher. So your ideal route obviously is something like Tony Chopper into the 3-cost Chopper into Hiking Bear, and you just have a wide board immediately. But you know, you don't hate seeing the Blocker Chopper as well. Super sick card for helping you control board if you ever need to, which you rarely do need to with this deck. We're always swinging life for the most part, but also protecting yourself. You're protecting your life is pretty important as well. So we also have Nami, which is an additional search. She finds Rad Beam, Brook, all your choppers, and this Nico here. Makino, I was running Otama, but I feel like Makino is just better. Being able to give your 1-drop searchers Makino or Nami and Kureha a buff with the Makino just becomes relevant. Even the Nico, way too much for me to ignore it with this deck. So I think Makino is definitely the preferred 2K there. You could also run the Drum Kingdom, the Animal Searcher, the Animal 2K, but I felt like Makino is just like the only relevant 2K besides Otama in red, and it just works out really well in Zoro. I would never not want to play it. Like I said, this is just a card that's searchable off of the other Chopper, but also cheats out a Hiking Bear. Very strong, helps your aggro, helps you go wide fast. Nico Robin, very strong. This card's very strong right now. I think, like I said, you know, the Makino stuff also helps, but right now in a pudding meta, or in a meta where pudding is viable, this card is KOing Violas. It's KOing a bunch of like Rebecca's. So this is helping your aggro matchup as well. So we're running it as a 2 of. Very strong. Or it's helping you play aggro in some matchups like Pudding and Lucci and all those other black cards for sure. So staying true to the rush package though, we're playing 3 Dragon. I was playing 4. I cut that for a Rad Beam. Card's just insane. Helps you, you know, keep up your game plan. Rush, we're swinging 10. Putting 2 down on leader, very strong. Yeah, and then other than that, Brook is our 2K. And then we're playing 2 Rad Beams, and then Shut Up and Come With Us is a counter event that's very interesting because it doesn't have any counter, but when they're swinging at you, it allows you to search top 5, and then you could play one of your Animal Drum Kingdom characters as well. So super sick. That's the deck list. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so we got game on here. We're going against red, purple Luffy, and they're going first. We're actually going to keep this hand. It says double Nami, which is going to give us a chance to do 2 chances, I guess, to find the 3-cost Chopper. So we're going to top deck a Kid Killer, bam, and then we find it, and then we'll play the other Nami as well, find all the other Choppers. Yeah, we'll just take another one, and then we'll pass. So he's going to go to his 3-don turn here. For Luffy, this is usually swing 6, play Zoro. That is what he's doing, so we're just gonna take this and pass. Going second here actually works for us because we're allowed to swing 6 and then play chopper. So we're gonna swing the 6 first. And he's either gonna take, he should counter. Wow, he took though. Immediately them taking there tells me that they're kind of low on counter. So we are going to try to build aggro. Unfortunately, him playing the Zoro Joro here kind of takes away my first chopper effect, because the Zoro Joro just gets a free swing out of body to ramp, and then the additional Dawn is going to just swing at my life as well. So if he wanted to swing 4, wow, crazy. He's just actually going to swing 7 and a 4, so we got to give him that. He's going to ramp it on and then play Zoro. He's going to swing 5. Interesting. We'll counter the 5. And then he's going to swing 6. We'll give him a 2K. And then pass. We're going to notice how we countered with the Brook and not the Makino. I'm going to say the Makino because these Namis might be getting in here. So put 1 Dawn on everything. That's going to allow this chopper to actually swing up. And then we can also play a Makino, have a Nami swing up, and then play Kid Killer as well. So we're actually going to be applying a lot of pressure here. Yep, so play chopper effect. I'm going to have to play the other chopper. Unfortunately, no Hiking Bear in hand. I think Hiking Bear in this list is like the only target for this chopper currently. So we're going to swing 6. Then we're going to swing 6 again. Get these cards out of hand. Oh wow, he takes. So yeah, I was correct. He's definitely bricked up, I think. Then we're gonna play 1 for Makino, rest, give it to a Nami. Swing 6 again. Oh, he took? Insane. Alright, so then we're going to play Kid Killer, play it over the rest of Nami, and then we're gonna swing 8 at life. $2K. Whoa, dude, that was insane. Luffy was bricked up. But that's also just to show how fast Zoro could go. Like, that was insane. So yeah, let's hop into another game. That's not the best example, but it's a funny one. It was one I would definitely want to include in the video because of how quick it went. So all right, here we go. Game 2, we're going against Vegapunk. Interesting. This matchup typically pretty bad for Vegapunk, honestly. I think you can like build it a little bit different to deal with Zoro. Like you could play like the stage, for example, because like the traditional star version just doesn't work against Zoro. So let's see what version he's playing here. He won the dice roll, so he chooses to go first, play Lilith. We're just gonna play the Doctor, see if we can find the see what we can find. We find blocker chopper. Nothing else to do, we'll pass. So one thing, and I'm still getting used to it, is I have 1 Dawn open. I should be using this Dawn to use the event card in my hand. It's a counter event, and it doesn't actually counter, but it allows me to play my board wide. I'm used to doing it like I do it in person, like but for some reason on sim it doesn't translate well to me. I don't know. So like he's swinging 5 at life, like right here I should be using the counter event. Just to build another board and swing at Vegapunk, you know, 1 more time this turn. So some slight misplays, but it's okay. We're learning. So we're just gonna swing 5, which should have been 6, but we're also gonna keep a Dawn open. I think we realized our mistake, so we're gonna go 5. And then the only card we have is Robson, so we're just gonna play the Robson. Unfortunately, he triggers a Frankie, so this is definitely a weird build or build I'm not used to saying, because as I said, he's playing the stage and Frankie, which I don't typically play. But yeah, unfortunately, since he played the Egghead Luffy last turn, he has a full clear basically. He's gonna be able to swing into the Edson and then use leader effect, pop my chopper as well. So I'm practically going to lose my board here, which is why leaving the 1 Dawn open for the effect, I think is going to be pretty paramount here, because I can at least keep some kind of board here. Okay, whatever. He took forever, but he finally attached a Dawn, so he's just going to swing 6. Oh, at life. Interesting. I think is he going to choose to kind of ignore my board here? I don't think so, right? So yeah, we are going to trigger the event. We probably should have played a hiking bear instead of the other chopper, but it's fine. I think the chopper is still a good play because he has to, like I said, we know he's going to clear the other chopper this turn as well. So, man's just swinging 7s at life. We are going to counter out of this one. We can't take life too aggressively. Another 7 at life. So pop Luffy effect, KO one of the choppers. I think that was a misplay on his end. I think as Vegapunk here in this situation, you have to clear both bodies. So now he's giving me like hope basically, and I have a Machina, so even if I wanted to, I could get this doctor active. I'm gonna play a blocker chopper off of chopper effect. He's gonna 2k. I'm gonna swing 5 at life. He's probably gonna take this one just to play the Edison, I think. Yeah, and he does. All right, so we'll have a couple plays here. Maybe it's swing 7 and then Kid Killer because he goes down to 1. We also could have swung 6 and then played Makino and go 6 again and then Kid Killer, which probably would have been better. The thing is though, is like you see how many bodies he has on board. I need all this counter to potentially have a chance. So honestly, even swinging 6 with Zoro, leaving Wodan open for Rad Beam, probably would have been a better play than what we did here. You know, we're kind of hoping in this instance that he goes for board, and that our life has some counter in it. Otherwise, you know, there is a world where he can go for game this turn. Let's see what his choice is. So he's gonna go 6, probably at chopper. Yeah, we gotta let that chopper go. I think the idea here is that we're going to protect the Kid Killer at all costs if possible. Yeah, 7 at chopper. So do we counter for this? No, because if he swings big, the problem is though is he also has this Atlas, which is a big 7k swing. So yeah, swinging 7 and a 5. I think I'm a 2 and a 1 here, but I have to counter because if I don't counter, he can swing the Atlas into the Robson and actually completely clear my board fully. So I have to counter here, even though knowing that this Atlas is also going to swing at the Kid Killer and I have to let it go. But have no other choice here. So I think in the end, holding on to the Makino was correct. It was able to at least save me 1 character. Oh my god, and then we're able to top that Kid Killer. So right here, I'm debating math, right? You know, there is a world where you play Dragon and then you swing 5. What would have been 5, 7, 9. But I think playing Kid Killer here lets you, instead of Dragon, lets you swing up a little bit more. So yeah, we definitely should have swung our 5s before our 7s, but this is fine. He plays the Shaka. The problem is now is if this card is a 1k, we just kind of lose. So yeah, swing 5. And if he blocks, this last card's not counter, and it is not. So we're able to get there, but it was definitely a close one. I definitely, like I said earlier, the Egghead stage allowed him to play a little bit more aggressive, which worked out, I think, pretty well for him. A couple questionable decisions, but we were able to take it. All right, here we go. We're going against blue-green Sanji, so some aggro on aggro violence. Let's see. So we are going first. We're gonna go ahead and search and whiff. Always feels bad. That's the problem with playing like the 2 searcher build, is sometimes you play the wrong searcher when you want to play, and you know, you put all your straw hats on the bottom when you play Dr. Kureha, and then you put all your Tony choppers on the bottom when you play Nami. But the thing is, or your Animal Kingdom, not choppers. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and swing 5. Play the chopper, pass. Blocker chopper, pretty good. He's playing this 1-cost Zoro that is actually kind of a problem. It's pretty good in the deck, honestly. So each time it attacks, it gets plus 2k. So if he's playing like a bunch of restand shenanigans, he can restand this Zoro, and he could swing for a decent amount. So on his 4-Dawn turn, it's probably like establishing another body, swinging 5. Like the Zoro can't turn around. The thing is, we also don't have removal in this deck, so the Zoro's going to live for the most part. So swing 5, we'll take that, and we're able to find the chopper. Oh my god, he plays another Zoro, so Dawn times 1, rest one of my characters is pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna start. We're just gonna start swinging 6. At some point, as a red player, though, you just kind of have to look at it and be like, well, if my stuff's getting rested anyways, let me make sure I'm getting maximum value out of it. So we're just gonna swing double 6 here, and either extract another 2k or hit him down to 2 life early, which would be pretty nice. Yeah, we hit him down to 2 life pretty early. Play a chopper, and then does chopper find anything? He does not. That's unfortunate. There's situations right here where I feel like if chopper finds one more body, like this game would be pretty over, I think, if chopper could find me a hiking bear, Robson, or even the other chopper with no ability. Like this game would have been over, but you can't always get that lucky. So let's see what happens next on his 6th on turn. Like I said, the Zoro is pretty threatening here. I think he pretty much just kind of like has a guaranteed board clear. He's gonna swing 7 into the blocker chopper, and then rest this chopper. Yep. We have to take that. And then he can swing 6 into my chopper with lead effect, bounce back, probably the 1-drop, or oh, even better, he plays this card, which activate or on play just buffs his leader, buffs a 1 cost by 5k. So swinging 7, gotta take that. And then now I know he's about to swing like, you know, like 7/7 maybe. Let's see what happens, because he's gonna bounce the buff card back, the Ippon Matsu back to hand. Oh no, not. Interesting. Well, we're just going to counter for sure. What's he gonna play for 3-Dawn? You're just gonna play a Buffalo. Okay. We have decisions to make. Let's see here. We're just gonna play the Robson. I think we're deciding to continue to play aggro, which is, I think, in my, I think we should have swung this Kureha at the rested Zoro, the 2k one. I don't know if we do, but we're gonna swing 7 here again. 7/7. We're just gonna apply more pressure. He has the board presence, but I think knowing we have the dragon in hand next turn, maybe we can get there off the dragon if he doesn't play a blocker. Yeah, we don't. That's definitely a misplay on my end. Just kind of ignoring this Zoro, this rested Zoro, when I had a free swing at it. See how bad it comes back to bite me. Alright. So let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. He's at 8 Dawn, so this could be like a really bad turn for me. Honestly, if he's playing Zoro or Hody, this turn could be pretty rough. But let's see. Because if it's Hody, it's like he's like swinging like 6. He's swinging 6, 6, 8, which are all very strong numbers against me right now. Potentially clearing both of my bodies too, like clearing both bodies. But if it's a Hody, he's also not playing a blocker, in which case I would just kind of like stack Dawn and just hope that he doesn't have it. Let's see, 7 at life. This is aggro on aggro, so maybe he's ignoring my board currently. Let's see what happens. We get a kid killer out of it. That's pretty nice. So no Hody. but I think for him, his best play here is to attach all Dawn, and then if he has like any chump blockers in this deck, like I see the Rosinante, like if he has another Rosinante, he has to play it here. He does have a lot of cards in hand though. That is one thing. He does have a decent amount of cards in hand. So let's see here. He's just thinking out his turn, how he's gonna swing. Wow. This is a 5k, and then when attacking it gets 2, so it becomes actually a 7k. 7's pretty good. We're gonna take the 7. And then he has lead effect as well, so he can actually restand the Zoro with his lead effect by bouncing back one of these 2 drops, this 2 or this 3 drop. Yeah, swinging 6. Unfortunately, I think 6 was a bad number. I think he should have swung 7 as well. I mean, I was going to counter regardless, but 6 makes it a little too easy. Yeah, and he's going to restand the Zoro. That's currently a 7k with 3 Dawn. So it's going to swing, what, 9 on its next turn at minimum. And then I'm just looking to see if the Ippamatsu has a counter, because haven't seen that card much. So it does have 1k, so I'm trying to just make sure, you know, 9 cards in hand, trying to figure out what's the best lethal play here for me, kind of map out my turn, deciding if it's Kid Killer or if it's Dragon here. And I think this largely depends on how much, if he swings at my board. 9 at life I have to take. I think at this point he can no longer win. So it's either play a chump blocker or attach 3 Dawn again, swing at my board. Wow, he's swinging at my life. So he's allowing me to have these characters. We are going to counter. Interesting. You think, well, okay, never mind. This restood the Zoro somehow. So Zoro's now going to swing for forever and clear one of these bodies. Yeah, 11 at 4. Okay. So now I have Kureha. Makino would be sick here. So I have Makino into Kid Killer. I think the game is pretty much guaranteed. Don't get the Makino though. That's fine. So just kind of mapping it out here. So for 4 Dawn, that allows me to attach Dawn on leader. Yeah, so we can swing 7. And it gets them to 3 cards in hand. 9 cards in hand, man. This is scary. This is scary. Yeah. So if we play Dragon, it's still the same amount of counter, I think, right? Because if you play Dragon, I think you're swinging 11 and then 7, so that's still 18. And then Kid Killer would also be the same, I think, amount. So I don't think it really matters. But we should map out our swings. I think Kid Killer is better because it allows us to swing with more bodies, which makes our turn a little bit more unpredictable here. Yeah, and then I also decide that it's better to just swing 9 into 9, like 9-9, and hope it gets us there. So 6, he gives us a 1k, 8. Nine. Oh, he doesn't have any. Yeah. I was gonna say, when they start giving you 1Ks on your first swing, you know it's over. All right, here we go. We're going against Katakuri, and we're going first, and we have a pretty good hand. So if this chopper finds the other chopper into Hiking Bear in hand, I think we'll be able to just run over this Katakuri. So let's see. Draw a card. Swing 5 life. Should counter. Most Katakuris do. Huh. He takes. Interesting. Does not find the chopper that we like, but that's fine. We find a blocker chopper out of it and pass. The thing about playing blocker chopper off of your three chopper effect is that if they swing at it, which they have to, it's essentially still doing its job as a blocker. So like, you take it. You swing 7. We'll never counter for that. It's gonna be Parasparrow and then pass. 6. So we'll attach it on. We'll swing 6 at life. And it finds the chopper. That's what we like to see. And to the Hiking Bear. Yes. Some good stuff. Wow, and then he hits a Onami trigger. That is the life of yellow. I think honestly, like that's really a bailout. Wow, unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll play the chopper and pass with one Don open. I mean, we could have swung 7, also bluff the 0 cost event, or I mean the rad beam or the 1 cost event. So he's gonna swing 7 and a 4 on this chopper. That's interesting. I mean, because he has another 7 swing at least, and then he's gonna play another Pero. It looks like. I think we do counter for this though. Yeah, I definitely think we counter. So no blocks, trash for counter. That's the thing about playing red, is you got to know when to protect your board. This was an instance, I think, for sure, where you want to protect your board. Put Don here. Yeah, swing 7. And it's going to hit another chopper. Unfortunately, not another hiking bear in hand. Well, he takes. So Kid Killer's active, so we're going to swing 5. Yep. Then we're going to swing 7. And then we're going to play Kid Killer here and like really just aggro this life down. Swing 8. That's 2 2Ks. Or he takes to go down to 1 life. Love to see it. All right, cool. And then pass turn. So here he is on his, what is this, 8 Don turn? Yeah. And what is Katakuri gonna play? Like, I don't think that they play 8 cat, so he has to like just start swinging, trying to clear board as much as possible before, you know, before the next turn, or he'll never be able to play Big Mom comfortably is the problem here. So I unfortunately do think we want, I mean, we just don't have the counter to protect our board. So if he stacks all his Don on all his characters, including the pudding, I do think he has a full board clear here. Yeah, 7 and a 5 we have to let go. So now he definitely has a full board clear. Yeah, 6 and a 4. Yeah, so if he swings 6 and a 4 again, I mean, it's fine. We can always just choose to establish another body here. And just kind of rebuild. We're actually just gonna play the dragon, put a Don on my leader. We should swing 8 here. I think 8, 10 are pretty good numbers. He has the counter for the 8. We'll swing 10. Pass. The thing about this is that like he's gonna swing at my life. I'm gonna take pretty aggressively. Because he's playing Tin Mom and he's gonna heal, but if we draw any rush off of any of these hits, I think the game is over mostly. So we find a Makino. Like I said, we're looking for rush, so we're actually gonna take, and we find a dragon. 5 we are gonna counter just because a 5 Mom is definitely coming, or a 10 Mom is definitely coming. So 10 Mom heal, trash my event, and then pass. All right, so we have another dragon. We're just gonna play it and swing. I think this is another instance where we swing. I think 9 10 10 was better than 9 11 11, but let's see here. We're gonna swing 11 and just pray to God this isn't a beige or brulee or anything of that sort. Okay, it's just a Bonnie, because if it was brulee I think we lose, but brulee or beige or 0 cost event, but it was neither of those things. We swing 11 and we get it. So there you guys have it, man. That is Red Zoro. The deck is a ton of fun, and I've been really enjoying it. So if you guys like this type of content, make sure to leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you then. Peace.